Good evening, everybody. Ooh, boy, that baby's working. I've got 6 o'clock on the Mickey Mouse, so we're going to start. I'd like to welcome everybody to the special meeting of the Guymon City Council. So at this time, I'd ask for attendance roll call and determination of quorum.
Mr. Peterson?
I'm here.
Mr. Alvegers?
Present.
Mr. Isaacson?
Here.
Ms. Sanchez? Here. Mr. Helton?
Here.
Ms. Hoffman? Mr. Petty?
Here.
Mr. Shannon?
Here.
Have a quorum.
Thank you. Agenda item number 3 is public comment. Anybody have any public comment? Okay. Agenda item number 4 is budget workshop. One of the reasons that we wanted to do this tonight, we've done these kind of, but we haven't. And this is intended to be kind of a broad overview of the budget. I don't know that we need to get any specifics. It should be a very quick evening, because I think that all 5 of us have a tremendous amount of confidence in the ability of Mr. Shannon and his staff to put together a budget that's workable and what we need to do. But we can go through this, and if there's any of the council has any substantial changes they'd like to be made, you can find out about it from them tonight or later on. That gives you time to make those adjustments tomorrow if it's deemed worthy. So with that, we'll go forward. And Mr. Shannon, you want to kick it off, or you want?
I'd be honored to kick it off. I've took liberty. I'm probably sure they already had these passed out. If you want to take one, pass them down. I thought I'd kind of just get a little brief overview of the budget process and the council manager government process. And I'll make this available to staff. I apologize. I just thought of it in about the 10th hour a while ago. But it's a structure of the council manager system. It explains what a city council is. City council, they are the elected officials, the governing body and community policy leaders, adopts ordinances and resolutions and city policies, approves the budget, sets goals, priorities, and expectations, and most importantly, they hire, evaluates, and can remove the city manager. The city manager, appointed professional administrator, is the chief executive officer of the city, oversees daily operations in all departments, implements council policies and directives, provides professional recommendation and analysis, and ensures efficient, transparent, and lawful operations. Why this matters? It separates policy-making council from administration manager to improve efficiency, accountability, and professional management. Now, getting into the budget responsibilities, the city manager is responsible for preparing, submitting the annual proposed budget to the council. Key duties: develops a balanced and complaint budget, works with departments to assess needs and costs, provides revenue forecast, financial analysis, identifies capital improvement needs, long-term impacts. Most importantly, I feel like ensures compliance with the Oklahoma municipal budget law. After council adoption, the city manager oversees budget execution, manages spending within appropriations, monitors and revenues and expenditures, and provides ongoing financial reporting to the council. 3, council's role in the budget process. Excuse me. Review and discuss the manager's proposed budget, set priorities and make policy level adjustments, approve the final budget through formal action, and monitor performance throughout the fiscal year. Overall quick summary: council sets policy, city manager administers and prepares the budget, council approves the budget, and the city manager implements the budget and manages the operations. Kind of a quick 30,000 feet overview, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Mayor, I'd like to just go ahead and start just with the opening of the budget itself. And if you want me to, we can just kind of highlight some of this, but if the whole budget itself, I want to compliment my staff. We started right around the first week of October, I think it was. We was all visiting here in hearings. Not only met with staff, but we also invited different entities that the city partners with in economic development regions and executes, had real good meetings with a lot of people. And that lasted 60 days probably, right at. And where's Rhonda at? There's Rhonda. Okay, I got you zeroed. But that lady right there spent a lot of, I want to say sleepless nights, but late nights. I'd shovel a lot of stuff to her. She puts it into the form, and that's what we're looking at tonight. So I appreciate you, Rhonda. Probably more than probably I show, but thank you for all your hard work on this. So
that would be great. Just jump in wherever you want. I think we've all read your opening summaries.
Okay.
You can do anything you want. But again, this is pretty much, it's not a line item type look. It's just a basic overview. Is my opinion.
I will say one thing. I want to say thank you to Mr. Helton. He dropped by a couple, 3 days ago last week, and we almost went line item by line item, but it was fun. I enjoy stuff like that, but thank you, Garrett, for dropping by.
Thank you. I really enjoyed that, talking with you and going over.
Well, he showed up early one morning and had to run him off because we had a fire department or somebody in the room. But anyway, it worked out good. I'm going to go to, I call it the budget proposed fund balance worksheet. This is everything within all of our departments, both on the city budget side and the Guymon Utilities Authority side. I wished I had it numbered, but it's,
Is that page 2?
looks like that. Probably if I had that mouse, I could scroll down, keep going. I'll stop you. Must be the next one. Go to the next. Yeah, there you go. We'll get that pulled up there and we'll just go, okay, it's down there about 5 or 6 pages. When I slap the table, you stop. How about that? What you have there, what you're looking at on the big screen there is kind of the condensed version of everything we've worked on this last month. Basically 2 funds, 2 large funds. We'll talk about the general fund at first. General fund are revenues that are just associated with sales tax, special fees, and et cetera, like that. In putting all this together, you'll see the attorney, city clerk, treasurer, economic development, general government, human resources, planning, fire, police, court, emergency management, cemetery, parks, streets, and transfers out, and it all comes into that general fund. Now, all the revenue, like I said, is sales tax. In the opening statement, as you saw, our sales tax is up about 2% from last year. We just got some of our last numbers in yesterday, not yesterday, or today, wasn't it? You look like we made pretty good predictions. I think it was about 8.2 million. I think what we estimated. I think we got 8.3, 8.4 million dollars with sales tax. So, but as you're hearing me talk about that 8 million, and you see the expenditures of about 17 million, it just doesn't make sense. Oklahoma is one of the very few states, I think it's probably the only state, that we're limited to what we can get in revenue in our general fund is just for sales tax and licenses and stuff like that. Rest of the states, especially our neighboring states from Oklahoma and Kansas, depend on ad valorem tax, on property tax. In Oklahoma, we don't have access to the property taxes. We get nothing out of that. I was at the contact with our financial advisors this afternoon. We try to make contact with them at least twice a month. Unfortunately, he was telling me that there's some legislation introduced in this session to do away with that, with property taxes, which directly would adverse affect county government, schools, and et cetera. So that's not looking real promising, if you ask me. So I'm not read any of the proposed bills or anything, but it's the big talk around the Capitol today. So
It's a proposed constitutional amendment?
yes, and it'd go to the vote of the people, wouldn't it? Whew. Anyway, let's come back to this. The revenue that we finally came up with was 17.4. Expenditures of 17.2. I will tell you that the general fund had to be reimbursed to make it balance out, right? I'm just going to use round number, $7 million. I think it was 6.9 million. We had to transfer from Guymon Utilities Authority. Yes, we are one entity, but Guymon Utilities Authority is a public trust. It's a separate entity within and under the city of Guymon, which handles all of our utility rates, our services. If we did not have Guymon Utilities Authority, anytime we needed to adjust our utility rates or something like that, we'd have to go to the vote of the people. So thank goodness there's a public trust created to where when we need to, the trustees, which is also the city council people, can make that determination and raise or even lower utility rates. So we had to subsidize out of the Guymon Utilities Authority over to general government right at $7 million to balance it out. So I could go through there. I know there's some, probably some special, I know if you have any questions about general fund, I've got everybody in the room here that could, a little bit smarter than I am, they could tell you who, what, or where, but all of these expenses are actual expenditures that the directors and their people proposed to me and Rhonda during our budget sessions. They brought to me 100% good number because there was nothing cut out of their numbers this year, and I applaud you people for that. There's no what we like to call fluff. It's actual what they predict in the next 365 days of 2026 to be actual expenditures. So my hat's off to those people. It's kind of hard living in the future, but y'all do a fantastic job at doing that, and I appreciate that. So I don't know where to go with that, but any questions on any of those? I will say on the streets department, there's I think if my recollection is correct, there's at least $500,000 street repairs. Am I right? I see Martin shaking his head in that. That's something very, very important. I'm sure the people of Guymon probably say, well, it needs to be at least $10 million in there of our roads. Believe it or not, there is a plan to propose to you, the City Council, in this next year, a plan to address all the streets in Guymon and to bring them up to standard. So that's why they're just, I say they're just, $500,000 is a lot of money, but street department, there is money in the streets department to bring some of the streets, fill potholes and stuff like that. Our fire department this year, Grant turned in some capital expenditures that let me just touch on some of that. Our capital expenditures had to be spread out for the next 2 to 3 years just to make things work. Thank you, Diane. I could go on down through there, but you'll see. Can you go down just a little more, and stop? Yeah, right there. Well, yeah, that worked. Go down just a little more down to, okay, there you go. Oh, in the bottom right-hand corner is $5.5 million worth of capital expenditures. Everything from dredging out the lagoons just north of the Seaboard plant to new SCBA and level hazmat suits, stuff for the fire department, bunker coats, firearms replacement for our police department. We're looking into on the police department is go ticketless instead of writing handwritten citation. It'd be kind of like what the OHP does now. Looking into that, and that is in capital expenditures. And one of the big things that it's body cams. Body cams need to be replaced this year. Body cams are right at $380,000 to $400,000. It's all in this year's budget for the capital expenditures. Street department, we just got through talking about they had $500,000 in for street repair. The new highway that was put in, I don't think it's been accepted by the city as of yet. Highway 54, that runs from one end to the other. We found out that all the lighting, all the light standards, wire, bulbs, everything is going to be the responsibility of the city of Guymon once they accept it. If you've looked at those light standards, they're probably about 45, 50 feet up in the air. We have not a bucket truck. I think our tallest bucket truck we got to go up about 30 feet, probably something like that. And so we're having to write in and get bucket trucks, put in stock lights, poles, because the longevity of a high-lying pole, I think, in Oklahoma is 5 years. That just went out on 412 and 136. It's been there for maybe, 3 months when them got tore down. But we're going to have to start buying those things now, because once end of life and one of them gets knocked down, they don't make them. Y'all want it. I think we should have them all looking uniform. So this is just having stockpiles of light poles, extra LED lights, and stuff to keep those lights bright and shiny on the new highway. A street sweeper, well, that's not for this year. That got pushed back out to 2027. Our wastewater treatment plant needs some the plant doesn't need some upgrade, but we need some machinery, a vac tank, and some other items like that. So they're getting they're proposed that's $400,000 for that piece of equipment. Our blessed little cemetery needs a new backhoe. I mean, it's just facts. The backhoe, I think, that they're currently operating out there right now probably is in excess of probably about as old as some of us in this room, imagine. So anyway, that's on for that. Also, sanitation needs a new truck, and I think, and a loader. And that's close to a little over $500,000. And our 3 yards dumpsters, those poor things constantly used every day, and that's needs to be replaced sometime this year. Our booster station, there's on the water, I think that's a gas probably not, no, regulation, what am I trying to say, the booster station. We need to invest $50,000 in that. I think we got some gas lines that need repaired from 12th Street to 13th Street on Ellison. That's gas lines, am I right, Tracy? Yep. I mean, that definitely needs to be replaced. That's just that's $375,000. Like I said, all of this capital expense is needed for the city of Guymon to continue giving their citizens the service that they need, and at a tune of about $5.5 million. Their estimates for 2026 is right at $14 million. That's just, that's a lot of money, just go ahead and spend for 1 year. So we've come up with a plan for 2027, about $8 million worth of capital improvement plan. Then 2028, finish the board with 7.4, and 2028, with most of that is going to be for a transfer station and a new facility for the police department. So your capital expenditures are, that takes up a lot of our budget during this time, so.
Mr. Shannon, I didn't
Oh,
see the,
sure,
are you open to questions?
yes, anytime.
I didn't see the Elks, the new addition. Where would that fall in?
You know, that's a good question, Mr. Ovidra. Is more than likely come into the parks and recreations. That is due to close sometime the first of this year. And like any other form of city government, we'll adapt as we go. That'll be under the Parks Department, is what I'm guessing at this time.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's switch over to Guymon Utilities Authority just a little bit. That's our main revenue pool. We got revenue coming up, and I want to brag about the City Council a little bit. We made some very monumental steps in keeping our head above water when the council allowed us to go ahead and for every year increased whatever the consumer price index is. And this year, I think it was right at, was it 4% or somewhere in that nature like that in 2025. So we generated revenue that we can start investing in some of these capital improvements. And it's just going to continue getting better. I think this year the CPI looks like what they're forecasting, maybe just a little bit lower this year, is about in the 3-point-something range. So that'll automatically, we mostly do that in February, March, so that'll come out. But it's looking about 3.5 is what they was projecting today. So, but Utilities Authority is where we have the opportunity to make some money. But when I say make some money, that money is also, you know, like I just said, it goes over to the general fund to take care of fire and police, cemetery and streets, and et cetera. So that's, I don't want to call it our cash cow, but we had in excess of $14 million left over in 2025. Half of that is going to be used to subsidize the general budget. The other half of that is going to be well, that'd be 7. It's going to be used for our capital expenditures for 2026. So the plan worked out great. So our airport revenue, we're blessed with a FAA that likes rural airports. You'll see the revenue at 2.2 on that. We just got expenditures for $269,000. That's probably be adjusted too, because we just put in our building a $1.9 million hangar, transient hangar. So, and it's still going to cost us $100,000. So that's a good thing. So, and this is what I always like to look at, bottom left-hand corner. This is everything. This is your general fund, your airport fund, all of the industrial authority, all the Guymon Utilities Authority wrapped into one. The revenue at $67 million, expenditures of $43. If we were sitting here and it was 2026, we'd have a cash balance of $23 million, which is not bad, I don't think.
Anybody have any comments or
I'm trying to
questions?
think if there's
Falls in
something.
line with the, just like every year, we get that presentation with the performer, and it falls in line with the financial health of the city, and good job to staff and Mike Shannon on doing this.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I know I was sitting there being quiet for a reason, because I was thinking, we do have this money, but we have money constantly coming in. Yeah, we got 20, I think we sent out the bank balances and everything today that our treasurer has sent out to us. But you have to understand that the tax commission pays us 30 days behind. So we need that cash investment of 20-some million for us to just go ahead and stay solvent throughout the year. So with that 23 million at the end of the year, I'm real comfortable that 2026 it looks very promising. Yeah, we had some things pop up. Got a sewer line up on Price Boulevard that, boom, there it is. I don't know how much is that going to be, but it's going to be in the several millions. It's nice to sit here and say, okay, we got that covered. It is real. And it's also to go on beyond that, we got that covered, but we're ready for another one if it would happen. So that's also a good feeling. So financially, we're sitting real well.
Come up and talk to us.
Uh-oh.
Well, come up. So
I
we
know
can-
she couldn't keep quiet.
No, but
Come up to the
up to the
microphone,
mic.
Rhonda.
That we can get you on tape and everything.
one of the useful tools that you receive is from Guymon. It shows you basically each month where our final balances of assets that we have if we have to cash in. It's the one sheet that lists every one of the banks that we have money held in. So if you've looked at it, we stay real steady. We never go below that 20 million in that. And that will also show you our financial health. And as CDs become mature, I was advised by our auditors that we should cash those in and use them for projects. So that's something that we're looking at, and we always discuss that with Mike before we ever do anything. But I just wanted to, if you're looking at Lynn's reports, that is the best report to look at. That shows you exactly, it compares each month of where we stand. And like I said, we haven't dropped below 20 million in a number of years. Well, since I've been the finance director, we have not dropped below 20 million in our assets. I just wanted to let you guys know.
So it was the auditors, they're the ones that, they said to use it on project, not to reinvest it in a different
They
seat.
said we should, if we receive money, like we've received money from ARPA in the past when we put it all into CDs, that we should cash those in and use them for projects that we have. That way we don't deplete our general fund.
Oh, I see.
So,
It's, that,
and that's what the money's for.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Everything was put into CDs at the time before all the projects come, but they said you really should use those and get those taken care of so that you can say, yes, we used that money. It's not just sitting in a CD or something. So that came from Finley Cook.
To hopefully not lose out future money.
So
Understood.
that we can take
Okay,
care of.
thank you.
so I might add a little bit to that is, since I've been on the council, we've been up and down, and one time we got pretty down. But we've got to have a reserve in case we have a tornado, we have a fire, we have a major disaster. Because everybody said in the audience knows this. When you deal with FEMA, you might wait a year or two or three to get your money. So we got to be able to pay the bills and go forward. But also, we're not in a position. I think their referral was that when you get to a certain level of exceeding maybe your comfort level, or where you feel like you need to be to cover those things, that is the citizens' money. We need to reinvest it in the community. But I don't think they intended. My feeling was not to get it down to $1 million or something like that. We need to keep a good percentage, and we're way above percentage, the state's percentage on what we have reserves. Is that not correct, Mr. Chairman?
That is correct. I want to add something else too, and I've got this for a handout, but as you all know that we have some debt, and the original loan amounts as of today was $40 million in debt. As of today, or this is probably, this was probably as of today or yesterday or the 1st of December, we have paid those down to $16 million. So we basically are $16 million in debt as of today, down from 40. Our total payments per month is just about $250,000 a month. Yeah, that's a lot of money that we pay, but that's why we have such big numbers there in the Guymon Utility Authority, and everything is working now. We're putting money aside. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but it's working quite well. So.
And the CDs, we don't cash them unless it's a last resort. Because we have the money from sales tax, we have the money from GUA. GUA is the heart of running the city, the utilities money. It really takes care of everything, so.
I think that the staff has executed a very good financial plan as far as investments and returns to protect the city and our longevity, fund balances as we go forward. And, that was part of the reason I wanted to have this session tonight too, so we all could have a real good feeling of exactly where we are.
And I have to say hats off to my coworkers. They're very conscientious of what they're spending. They ask a lot of questions. They like getting their reports so that they see where they're at for the month. And they make my life easy on trying to, balance out and make sure we have a clean budget at the end of the year. So I appreciate every one of them that work on that to keep it under control. They've been great.
Well, again, as I said earlier, we're blessed with a great staff that hands are made. Anybody have anything you want to throw in?
So thank you all very much for everything you do.
Anybody have any questions about the budget? Anything specific you would like to look at in further detail, or are we good for this evening?
Council, if you're like me, you'll leave here tonight and go, yeah, just give me a holler, come by. Because there's a lot of, I could sit and talk numbers all night if you want to. Maybe not all night, but.
All morning.
Yeah, true. We could do 5 a.m., can't we? Once. No, but this year it's been good. So with that, if you got any more questions, I'd try to answer.
Anybody have any questions, comments? Anybody from staff? Because there's mostly staff in the audience out here. Anybody have anything they want to interject? Brag about how good a job you're doing or anything like that? But no, you're past that, Tracy. You're a has-been, so you can't brag anymore. We got to brag about you.
No, we're pretty blessed. We're pretty blessed. The city of Guymon is pretty blessed with the staff we got, so not any problem with that. And we got some interesting days coming ahead of us, council. A lot of our older, experienced people are retiring this year. They've chose to retire, move on to the retirement land. But we got people coming up that are well adversed, and I just look things to get better. I really do. I got all the confidence in the world in the new people that are coming up. I do know for a fact, I'm not even saying anything to them, but if we ever get in a bind, the older guys are just a phone call away. So,
well, we're losing a lot of institutional knowledge, but they've passed it along very well.
True.
To the people in the town. So, anybody have anything else on the budget? This is the opportunity, open forum. You want to talk about it? We can. I think it's pretty good. I have never had any qualms about any of it, but I thought it'd be good to have this meeting to get together.
Yeah, and too, it's a budget. It's a working tool. It's a tool that can be changed at any time. So just always keep that in mind.
So if that, if everybody's good on the budget, we'll go to the next item. Diane's gonna have to show me because I didn't bring mine. I think it's the executive session.
Need a motion?
Do you have the agenda? Throw it on the screen.
Pop the old agenda up there right quick. Probably need
There we go.
a motion to, on 5.
Okay, so we're done with agenda number 5, the budget workshop. So we'll move to agenda item number 5. We were through to 4. Go to 5, possible executive session to evaluate the city manager and the contract renewal pursuant to 25 Oklahoma statutes, 2011, subtitle 307B1. Do I have a motion?
I have a motion, we go into executive session, item 5.
Second.
Have a motion and a second?
Peterson?
Yes.
Heitzen? Aye. Alvidrez?
Aye.
Hamilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Aye. We have 5 ayes.
Okay. We will retire to executive session and we'll be back. Come on through, Garrett. Go ahead, Mr. Taylor. Have you got everything you need? Huh? You got an envelope and paper? I got it. No, I want to be behind you and try to, I don't want to stumble. Okay, we're back. Do you have a motion?
I make a motion, we reconvene this meeting, December 8th, 2025, item 5.
Second.
Have a motion and a second?
Heitzen?
Aye.
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Hamilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Aye. Peterson?
Aye.
We have 5 ayes.
Okay, do I have?
I make a motion that we accept the contract renewal pursuant to 25 Oklahoma statute, pending the review from Mr. Petty and a final submitted to council for approval, item 5.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to,
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Hamilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Aye. Peterson?
aye.
Heitzen?
Aye.
We have 5 ayes.
All right, with that, we stand adjourned. I want to thank you all so much for taking time out of your evening to attend. It's great to see the staff here. Y'all did a great job. And you're all welcome to come back tomorrow night. And everybody have a great evening and a great start of December.
Oh, we'll see y'all